final preparations for the challenge ahead, hoping to come out of the gates strong. A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Welcome, basketball fans. It's Saturday afternoon, and you're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, after a 16-year run where they made the playoffs 15 times and won the NBA title in 2011, the Dallas Mavericks have missed the postseason the last 3 years. But by bringing in 2019 Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and trading for All-Star Kristaps Porzingis, there's a lot of confidence in Dallas that they will soon be back in the hunt. Kevin?
Seems like they are, thanks, DA. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Inside, Saric and Baines. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And for Dallas, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. On the perimeter, it's Curry and Doncic. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
the
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
Shot clock at 6. Booker inside, guarded by Curry. And that one is good.
And looking a little bit like Rip Hamilton as Booker's able to knock down the in-between shot.
Here's Brunson. Doncic outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Yep, it counts.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to New York. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Hits it from three-point range. Booker's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Brunson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Rubio outside. And there's the pass to Baines. Down low. A nice shot by Booker. He has 7.
Finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
Pass to Doncic. The 8-footer. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Rubio outside. He dishes it to Booker. Pass to Baines. Rubio outside. Fades. Powell pulls it in. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. It's a 3-point game. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And so far the story on Luka Doncic. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 21 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against New York.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Now, here's Rubio. After Luka Doncic's miss. Now, Rubio. From deep three-point range, and Curry pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Now, here's Oubre, following the miss by Porzingis. Out to Saric. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Here's Rubio after Luka Doncic's bucket. The shot by Saric, no good. Mavericks trailed by 3. Doncic passes to Powell. Back to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Passes it to Powell. Booker against Curry. There's the pass to Brunson. Takes a 3. Saric grabs the board. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Oubre. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And whether or not he's making shots, you have to love what Kelly Oubre brings on defense.
Yeah, the versatility on the defensive end, maybe to a point, Kevin, where he can guard the 1 through 4 position, has this coaching staff excited.
Good on both. Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. It was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed. The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love him. And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Saric looking around. Buries the long-range jumper.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Pass to Powell. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Brunson. Doncic outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Doncic has got 9.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Floats it up for Doncic.
Yeah, this is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Booker the pass to Saric. Rubio outside. Passes it to Oubre. On the wing, Booker. To the inside. Here's Saric. Who's back out. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Doncic. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Curry. And it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. And for the Suns, Kaminsky is checked in for Aaron Baines. Mikal Bridges comes in for Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Right. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Saric outside. Carter against Wright. Carter kicks to Booker. The pass to Kaminsky. Carter on the wing, guarded by Wright. For 3, Booker, that's in there. Carter with the assist. That's 10 points for Devin Booker.
Yeah, a good contest, but if Booker has his eyes on the rim before you get there on the closeout, chances are he's going to score.
Wright, the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. Back to Kleber. Outside, Porzingis. That one drops for him.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
Carter with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kaminsky, the pass to Bridges. Carter outside. There's the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Right, the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Kleber, defended by Bridges. Pass to Wright from downtown. Rebound by the Suns.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And here is Bridges. The Suns need to get a shot off. With 3, Booker, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Wright. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Booker. 13 points in the game. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Finney-Smith. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Suns take it the other way. To the middle. Here's Bridges. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tim Hardaway Jr., great momentum right to the rim.
Suns leading by 5. 1:56 left to play here in the first. That one goes. Count it. Booker's got 15 points.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Porzingis finds Wright. Here's Kleber. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Porzingis to 2. Drops one in from the wing.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Monty Williams, in his first stint with the Phoenix Suns, was a sought-after hire as a front office personnel member, was with the Spurs before going to Philadelphia, and has been a head coach in the league. Remember his days back in New Orleans with the Pelicans and a young Anthony Davis. So Monty, experienced, is going to bring that to the desert.
Inside. Lays it up off the glass. And now just a 3-point Suns lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Phoenix shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Jackson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And for the Suns, Diallo, he's checked in for Saric. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Booker. Right against Carter. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. Nice D from Porzingis. Dallas has gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Jackson with it. Bridges covering. Porzingis can't hit.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Bridges passes to Diallo. Back to Bridges. Now Kaminsky. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. From deep. That one misses. He got it up. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. And it was from 3-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Jackson is the 3 and Porzingis at the 4. Wright is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Kleba in at the 5 spot. Now here is Carter from deep. Johnson, good on the triple. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, Johnson, a good shooter. You just can't give him looks like that.
Outside Hardaway. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Growing up in the Bay Area, I worked out a lot and spent a lot of time with Tim Hardaway Sr. Remember the killer crossover. And Tim Hardaway Jr. continues to show why he belongs in the league after a lot of hard work on his own.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now here's Wright. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Some changes for Phoenix. Oubre comes in for Bridges, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Rubio looking around. Pass to Kaminsky. Shoots it up. That one a little long. The Mavericks trailing. Hardaway passes to Kleba. He's looking for Hardaway and finds him. Wright with it. Guarded now by Rubio. And Wright, here we go. Officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair. But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. The first one falls. Both good from the line that time. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. Pass to Diallo. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Rubio outside. Five to shoot. The pass to Diallo. Over Wright. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now here's Wright. He's got 9. Jackson finds Wright. Inside, got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
For Dallas, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Now, here's Rubio. 11 points for him in that last game against Miami.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
2 points. That one goes.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Doncic against Oubre. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Last year being the 9th straight year that the Phoenix Suns and the fans in the desert have missed playoff basketball. But you have to like the young, talented group they're starting to assemble here and maybe settling in on a coach who will remain here to see it through.
Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Wright. Here's Baines, guarded by Powell. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Brunson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Brunson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Johnson outside. Kicks to Baines. 6 on the shot clock. Rubio outside. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Dallas. And, of course, Brent, they also need to get the chemistry right in Phoenix, too.
Yeah, I wonder how much of these coaching changes just haven't allowed some of those combinations to really come together. Some of the lottery picks have outperformed others, and they've lacked a lot of glue guys to make up that difference.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Diallo kicks to Rubio. Baines passes to Rubio. Pass to Diallo. Johnson dishes to Oubre. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, energy is good, but not smart there trying to go through somebody on that play.
Here's Baines, guarded by Powell. Baines passes to Diallo. Over Jackson. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And here are the Suns now. The Mavericks making the shot. Johnson down low. Curry meets him. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in. To stop the run. Powell pulls it in.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now, here's Rubio. After Luka Doncic's miss, out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half of the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league
What an
coming
impact.
along with
What an impact.
massive. And what you're seeing too over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. Well, that's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Suns trail by 3. Charge outside. He kicks it to Rubio. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Now here's Brunson. Covered by Rubio. Brunson, good.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Booker the pass to Oubre. And Saric kicks to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Baines, guarded by Powell. Rubio in the corner. Shoots over Brunson, and the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Here's Brunson. Knocks down the 10-footer. Brunson's got 8 points. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Baines, guarded by Powell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Suns have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And the Mavericks with some changes. Zinkis, he's checked in for Justin Jackson. Hardaway is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Phoenix, Kaminsky, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Bridges comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 11. Saric grabs the board.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track. You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the 3 ball is good. And it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him the man for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Dallas. Wright comes in for Luka Doncic. And Brent, for all the success Booker has had as an individual, he's ready to focus on winning.
Well, focus on winning is one thing, but first focus on leadership, as this team has a new coaching staff, an opportunity with a lot of young talent. Devin Booker is the guy a lot of people are looking towards to make sure that Phoenix rises and finds a way into the playoffs.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Saric. Nice D from Porzingis.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Now here's Hardaway. 14 points from him the last game against New York. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Free throw drops for Wright. And so Wright nails both of them.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
Wright against Carter. 50 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Bridges. From deep. But they recover it. Saric passes to Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The 3 from Porzingis. The shot comes out.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Booker, with no one around, will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Hardaway. The fadeaway. Outside, Porzingis. The 3.
The hustle, the energy. I like when Saric gets after it and does his best to affect shots.
And so it's Dallas, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Straight out of Slovenia, Luka Doncic already exceeding expectations. Tremendous awareness and skill, just enough athleticism. Worked his magic again in the first half. This kid is incredible.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
Well, it's good to be physical, but there's a line that you don't want to cross. You can't constantly give up free throw chances by fouling guys too aggressively. You have to get back in this game by staying poised, smart, and avoid fouling.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Inside, Saric and Baines. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. Now Oubre following the Porzingis miss from deep. Here's Baines, guarded by Powell, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Look at Curry, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Now Curry, after the missed 3 from Rubio. Brunson, no good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Now here's Booker. Here's Oubre. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. That one goes in. Curry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Oubre. 8 points for him. For the 3, and Rubio gets it to go on the assist by Oubre. Rubio's got 8.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And that one drops for him. 18 points for Luka Doncic.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Booker outside. Passes to Šarić. Here's Oubre. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Doncic. From 13, Rubio misses.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Doncic against Oubre. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Baines. The dish to Šarić. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now the pass to Baines. Šarić in the corner. He feeds it to Rubio. For 3, Booker. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Huge night for Booker, and reminiscent maybe of the night in Boston, Kevin, maybe.
Doncic outside. Kicks to Powell. Ring shot on the way. Oubre pulls it in.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Here's Booker.
And guys, the stellar development of Devin Booker continued last season. Still a firecracker on offense and took strides to improve his shot selection and, equally as important, his decision-making.
Jackson, he's checked in for Dallas. And then for Phoenix, Shaq Diallo comes in for Šarić, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Doncic has got 24. And Greg, with Booker and his progress, you really see it in his playmaking.
And that is what the Suns want from him long term. They see him growing into the same vein as a player like James Harden, someone who can carry the load offensively and still make others better.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 24, and the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Here's Johnson, 11-point game. To the inside. Diallo the pass to Baines. Back to Diallo. Comes up empty down low.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker, he's coming off an excellent season. 7th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleber's checked in.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Phoenix has possession. Suns trail by 13. Down low. Here's Diallo. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Alberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Oubre outside. They get it back. Kaminsky. Nice D from Porzingis.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The free throw drops for Jackson. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Dallas. Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. Carter comes in for Devin Booker.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Diallo. Doncic against Bridges. Stolen by Jackson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Curry's got the ball. Here's Wright. It's hauled in by Diallo. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 13. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. Now, here's Doncic. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. Outside Jackson. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Suns. Diallo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Carter dishes to Johnson. Pass to Bridges. Carter outside. 6 to shoot. To the middle. No one near him. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Mavericks leading by 13. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Yeah, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. Hardaway is subbed in for Curry. Wright looking around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Great shooting for him at the foul line tonight. 7 of 7.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
And so Wright nails both of them. Suns trail by 13. Now Carter. He kicks to Kaminsky. Passes it to Diallo. Now Kaminsky, guarded by Wright. And the basket by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 5.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now here's Hardaway. On the wing, Hardaway. The shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Johnson outside. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
You have to respect the quickness of Tyler Johnson. Remarkable at leaking out there and getting free in transition.
And Wright kicks to Hardaway. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And really for a good portion last season, Tim Hardaway acted as the main source of points for the Knicks. It ends up more of a volume scorer, a role that he's going to have to develop.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Johnson surveying the floor. The pass to Kaminsky. Shot clock at 5. Over Hardaway. Kaminsky misses. And for Hardaway, he was putting up points last season, but the percentages, Greg, were down across the board.
And I think what we found out about him is that he's probably not best suited to be your primary scorer. Very capable of getting buckets, but you don't want him putting up more than 15, 18 shots a game for you.
He hits the second from the line. Suns trail by 11. Johnson with it. He has 7. Pass to Kaminsky. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. And that's now 7 points for Frank Kaminsky.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
1:56 left in the third quarter. Hardaway against Bridges. Hardaway, no good. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Johnson can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 9. 1:30 left to play in the third. Wright, the pass to Finney-Smith. Clock at 6. Kicks it to Jackson. Drains it from 17 feet out. Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Carter dishes to Kaminsky. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here is Wright. 14 points for him. That's tipped. Outside for Jackson. Second shot opportunity. Carter pulls it in. Suns trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bridges against Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Jackson. And then for Phoenix, Saric comes in for Shaq Diallo. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. Now here is Hardaway. He has 6. Knocked away. And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this.
Ran up on him. I ain't say nothing for me. I don't really give a.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix. They've got Wright. He's out there with Hardaway. And it's Powell in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Rubio against Hardaway. And Hardaway comes to help. Carter outside. You can't get that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Woo, Tim Hardaway Jr. up and at it that time.
Suns trail by 11. Here's Rubio. Saric in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one. Just over a minute played here in the fourth, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid. That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Phoenix also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. And it's Devin Booker in for Carter. Dallas leading by 8. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Hardaway passes to Powell. He gets it in there.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Rubio. Pass to Baines. Dishes it to Bridges. Right against Rubio. Over right. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Rubio. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Now here's Porzingis. Down low, here's Powell, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Here's Baines following the score by Dallas. Now Rubio. And he lays it straight in. Rubio's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Here's Finney-Smith, and it's good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Rubio dishes to Saric. Bridges with it. Rubio outside. Floats one up. And Wright pulls it down.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Hardaway Jr., a great athlete, spotted a seam there and just attacked the defense.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas. Seth Curry comes in for DeLon Wright, and the Suns also making a change. Oubre's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Now here's Booker. And Saric kicks to Rubio. Baines passes to Rubio. Back to Baines. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Dallas leading by 10. Hardaway with the bounce pass. Doncic against Booker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. Booker against Curry. A nice shot by Booker.
Booker is good at knowing when to shoot the ball. When he gets that kind of room, he's not going to hesitate.
And here's Brunson. Doncic passes to Brunson. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Rubio to the right side. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Šarić.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And there's Booker on the assist by Šarić. Šarić has got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Doncic outside. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Porzingis with the block.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And so here's Phoenix. The Mavericks making the shot. Booker dishes to Baines. Right wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. A nice shot by Booker.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Now here's Brunson. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Doncic.
Good job contesting by Kelly Oubre Jr. there.
Doncic, no good. Booker looking around. The shot will not fall. And it's Dallas the other way. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Rubio. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Both shots good from the stripe. Suns trail by 9. Pass to Šarić. Here's Oubre. Now Rubio. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Curry finds Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kelly Oubre.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And I just love how assertive he's been at the offensive end tonight. That's really come across in his passing. He's been decisive, knowing just where to go with the ball and making some great feeds. The D hasn't been able to figure out what to do against this guy.
These fans love him, and tonight he's given them plenty to cheer about. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He told them you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Curry. Suns trail by 15. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To the wing right side. And Rubio kicks to Oubre. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Doncic. Oubre, good.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Brunson with it. Doncic outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 16 here in the second half.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Doncic against Oubre. And the pass to Rubio. Fires the three. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got his 5th rebound in this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The free throw drops for Powell. And so he hits both. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. 17-point game. Porzingis against Šarić. Pass to Booker. Lets it go with a three. The Mavericks pull it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws. Phoenix calls timeout.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Suns trail by 19. And here's Rubio. He kicks it to Šarić. Here's Baines. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Rubio. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Here's Rubio. The Mavericks making the shot. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Booker outside. And nothing is falling for him right now. Mavericks leading by 21. Runs in the pass to Doncic. Outside Curry. Passes it to Powell. Now here's Brunson. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Luka Doncic.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
And here's Rubio. Following Porzingis' 3. Booker inside. Guarded by Powell. Porzingis with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
To the inside, Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
Well, Oubre, the closer he gets, the more excitable he can be. What a finish.
Doncic against Oubre. Now, here's Doncic. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For